is the full calorie variety. They make a 0-1, but I couldn't find it, unfortunately. But I'm also going to be chewing gum. I'm also going to be going through the subreddit, Am I the A-hole? And giving my opinions, which always turns out to be a lot of fun. But before I start any of that, I want to shout out my sponsor, the Coldest Water Bottle. You've probably heard me talk about them in the past, and guess what? It's going to start getting hot outside again for most of us, probably. And these bottles are going to be coming in handy in a big way because they keep your water ice cold, like colder than any water you've ever had at any time. And it stays cold for so long. Personally, I've been using it all winter. I keep one like this size by my bed, filled up with ice and water, and my throat gets really dry from the heat, the heater, and so I generally wake up a couple times in the night to take a sip, and in truth, it can stay for like a few days like that, which is super convenient. And I always bring the bottle to the gym, and if I'm going out, I have a small bottle that I throw in my purse. I just love these bottles, and they come in so many super gorgeous colors and sizes. Plus, they are offering 10% off if you use the code HOT, H-O-T. Check down in the description box for the link and use the code HOT, like I said. Alright, now back to the video. Let's try this right away because I've had this in my refrigerator for a little while and I've been waiting for an opportunity to try it. And I'm glad it did not make a lot of noise. And it's raining out right now. Smelling it. Doesn't smell like anything exciting. Now, I am not willing to get any of this on the floor. Nope, because it is like, sugary and sticky, so no mistakes here today, no mistakes. So it's pink. this situation, you know. But that's not good. And even after she like threw the husband out, he's still standing by it, trying to tell her she's wrong. How could she possibly be wrong? How? The fact that he told his mother about her eating disorder I'm gonna go have my own vacation. Was that necessary?